Why, you've arrived in the very nick of time. That is my name, and this is once again my lady. When last we left our faceless heroes, they were on top of each other. Oh, the scandal! Anyway, I blushed a deep red. To have him on top of me was one thing. To have Sophie see was another. Dingleberry quickly stood up and helped me up, gently brushing us both off as Sophie bit her lip with a grin.
No worries, ma'am. I didn't say anything, I swear.
Oh, Sophie, our wing woman. I glared at Sophie, knowing she was stifling laughter. I looked at Dingleberry after sighing. He was completely straight-faced, as if nothing had happened between him and I. I sighed quietly to myself before looking back to Sophie. Damn it, Sophie! Sophie was slowly calming down from the hold on her laughter, but she still had a cracked smile on her lips.
Well, if you both will excuse me, I need to prepare lunch for Lady Beaumont's arrival.
Bro! Bro! Dingleberry bowed to me before quickly exiting the room, closing the door behind him. Damn it, Sophie! Are you done, Sophie? 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 Oh, are you done? Okay, you're quite done. You're quite done. I'm just going to stand here in my nightie until you're done. Okay. As the sound of his footsteps disappeared, Sophie burst into laughter. Yes, I know.
What happened while I was away? Were you trying to seduce him again, ma'am?
What? Sophie!
That was hilarious, ma'am.
I glared at her once again, making her stop and bring her laughter to a soft chuckle.
So, ma'am, I brought some sweet sandwiches and tea for you. Strawberries with a fresh hazelnut spread.
Oh, lovely. Oh, wow, thank you.
My pleasure, ma'am.
I sat back down at my desk and watched Sophie place down the plate of tea sandwiches and tea in front of me over the tray Dingleberry had brought me.
Any fancy mail today, ma'am?
I want to talk about Mother. Well, my mother's coming home today.
So I heard! The kitchen hands are going crazy at the news.
Are they? They already know?
Of course! Abby practically memorizes your mother's schedule. That strange kitchen woman.
Strange, hashtag strange kitchen woman. That is true.
Anything else?
Let's talk about the suitor. I have a new suitor.
Ooh, a new suitor! What's his name?
Damn it, Sophie, I love you. Isaac Newport. Not to be confused with Isaac Newton, you know, the science and...
Newport? As in Newport Law Affairs?
What? You've heard of Newport?
You're damn right I have. They're a new lawyer family coming up from out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere? I wasn't aware there was a nowhere England.
Every peasantry like me know about them, though. They specialise in helping poor families with houses and such.
Oh. Is that so? That was very interesting. The Newport family was a new family to look forward to gossip about at parties and events. Hopefully there would be long enough to be enough talk about them to ignore me. Wow. After I had a small seizure, I wasn't a fan of the parties the rich families around me hosted.
Anything else?
Yes, talk about Kay. I received the strangest letter today.
Oh, what's up, ma'am?
It's like a riddle of some sort. The lady exits the pumpkin carriage.
A pumpkin carriage? Like in that Cinderella fairy tale?
I assume so. Then it says Queen to Bishop.
This fairy tale's now chess? What is this loony thinking?
I shook my head, unsure of how to answer. I didn't know myself. The letter was indeed odd, and if Sophie and Dingleberry couldn't figure it out, there was no way I was going to.
But that doesn't make a lick of sense if you ask me. Are you sure it wasn't a wrong address?
I took out the envelope to check once again. It didn't magically change, and it was still addressed to me. No, it was indeed addressed to me.
That's very strange, ma'am. Anything else?
No. I sighed and enjoyed myself. Dear God, how many times does this woman sigh? The tea was almost perfect and the sandwiches were very sweet, but I appreciated Sophie's work. Despite it being a menial task, she did it with love.
So, What are you going to wear for your mother when she arrives?
I sat in silence for a moment, contemplating on what to wear. I had many outfits, but I wasn't about to put on a fashion display for my mother. Stopping my snack, I looked to Sophie and thought, "What dresses do you suggest?"
Well, you could always wear the white one your mother bought from France. Then there's also the red one from Spain. That one looks good on you.
Was there also a green one from Ireland? Red or white? It was a simple choice, but I almost felt like laughing at the choice itself. Something about it was hilarious to me, and I couldn't put my finger on why. I finally made up my mind and said, "Oh, red dress, every time."
Ooh, very fun, ma'am. Won't your mother disapprove, though? She hates it when you wear red.
Oh, she hates it when I wear red. Well, I don't care. I want to screw my butler. Sophie nodded and got out my red dress from the closet.
As long as you're sure, ma'am. Let's get you cleaned up, ma'am. Then we'll get this dress on you.
I am probably making all of the wrong choices right now. Getting into dresses was a tiring process. First I had to clean, using an unnecessarily large bath to wash in. Then I had to be dried, which required both me and Sophie to do it in a reasonable amount of time. I had to be dried off by another person. After that I had to powder and put on my underclothes, which included a corset. Oh! Sophie, you're trying to kill me!
Just a little more, ma'am. Your mother would kill us both if we don't do this right.
Corsets were a pain. Then we finally got to put the dress on. It was easy to slip on, and it only took Sophie a minute to tie it up to fit me perfectly. Oh! Haha! Lady in Red achievement. Is dancing with me. Sorry. I stood in front of my large vanity mirror, checking out my dress. I smiled at my choice. It was a lovely dress with satin and ruffles. I felt incredibly attractive in it, feeling the desire to flirt and mingle run through my thoughts. Such hard mingling. Sophie quickly found a red rose and tied it into my hair.
You look so pretty, ma'am. Men would fall to their knees for you.
Thank you, Sophie. You're the best. Sophie smiled and bowed to me graciously. I turned back to the mirror and stared at myself a little longer, wondering what Dingleberry would think of it. It was indeed eye-catching, and it made me feel incredible. Oh no! The sound of horses made me quickly look away from the mirror to look at my window. I rushed over and looked out to see a large carriage stopping in front of the house.
What's that? I don't recognize the carriage.
So it's not, Mother. I don't either. I stared at the carriage a while longer, unable to tear my eyes away. Who is visiting us, and today of all days? I wish I could see this carriage, but I'm still in the room. The door of the carriage opened, and out stepped a handsome man, not in frame, looking to be around my age. He was dressed in casual suit with brushed hair and an anxious smile. As per his protocol, Dingleberry stepped out of the mansion and greeted him. They spoke to each other briefly before Dingleberry escorted him inside. What did this man want?
Ma'am, could it be the Newport son who sent you that letter?
Oh my God! Huh? Isaac, why would it be him? Why would he even come?
He's come to court you. Oh my, this is exciting.
Oh my God! I quickly looked back to the carriage, trying to piece that logic together. He did wish to meet with me, but why come to my home? Was he that desperate? I sighed and exited my room with Sophie close behind. I felt the obligation to greet him creep into my guts, so I followed it all the way to the main lobby. Oh no! I stepped into the lobby to see the man and Dingleberry conversing to one another. At the sound of my footsteps, however, they stopped and looked at me.
Mr. Newport, may I introduce the current lady of the house, Miss Beaumont.
Oh yes, step aside, Dingleberry. As I was introduced, I climbed down the steps of the grand staircase. I reached the bottom and walked over to where the two men were awaiting me with Sophie 2 steps behind me.
Oh, wow. Allow me to say you look absolutely stunning, Miss Beaumont.
Oh no, it's a romantic arrival for Dingleberry! Thank you, Mr. Newport. I presume according to my butler.
Yes, Isaac Newport. A pleasure to finally meet you at last.
He held out a hand, wanting me to place mine in it. Did I want to? My mother wasn't around, so I didn't necessarily have to be polite to that extent. Oh no! But if I give him my hand, he might think I'm interested. Or should I just simply nod? I don't know, Dingleberry. Maybe I'll make Dingleberry jealous. Oh, Dingleberry, look at you, you jealous bastard. You flatter me. Thank you. I placed my hand in Isaac's, watching him smile gently before bringing my hand to his lips and brushing his lips over my knuckles. A gulp barely caught my attention, causing my eyes to quickly look over and see Dingleberry staring at my hand intently. What was he gulping for? Might I ask why you are here?
Oh, well, I was in town and I was passing by your estate, so I decided to come by and possibly meet you. Obviously, it was a good choice.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm afraid I usually deal with scheduled meetings, so I'm not sure that I can entertain you.
Oh, no, I wasn't insinuating anything of the sort. I merely wished to stop by and meet you, that's all.
Dingleberry's gripping his tie like, I just have to reach over and strangle him. Just real quick, no one would see. Ah, I understand. Well, since you did stop by, allow me to offer you some tea. I looked back over my shoulder at Sophie, who quickly nodded and stepped forward ahead of me towards Isaac.
Would you follow me to the drawing room, please? I'll prepare some tea and bring it as soon as it's ready.
Thank you so much.
I bit my tongue. Sophie was definitely a great actress around guests. Sophie and Isaac walked away towards the drawing room, leaving Dingleberry and me alone. I let out a sigh.
Is something troubling you, my lady?
No, I'm just surprised is all. Dingleberry nodded, standing at the ready for any instruction I had. I looked in the direction of the drawing room and bit my lip. I didn't want to sit in there with him, especially if my mother was coming home today. Who knows what she would think? Just my luck, however. I turned my head to the front door, hearing another set of horses. Oh no! The mother is here, and there's a romantic suit in the drawing room, and Dingleberry's just sitting here, and standing, and none of us have any faces, and oh, the suspense! Oh, the humanity! Oh, we shall find out what happens next time. So until next time, my thoughts are with you, wherever you may go.